Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sort of oscillating between 45, 46K. More in the 45K region actually. And is this the last video before the ETF approval? We will see. I don't know exactly. I don't think there is a set time for it when the announcement comes. If it's a approval or delay or decline, but I guess it will be rather towards the end of the day, towards the end of the trading day. But we'll see. We'll see. It's certainly going to be a lot of volatility. Everybody's going to lose their minds. So it's going to be interesting anyway, an entertaining week. But and on top of that, we had that fake news incident yesterday about from the SEC. So looking at this structure, fairly unchanged. So again, just to make you aware of the overall structure we're dealing with. In the last video, I shared with you the daily time frame as well. Again, in this video, we just want to take a look at the shorter time frame. Two scenarios. We have to give it that space. So we have to give it plenty of space on a day like that. These scenarios, the structures, the Elliott waves, allow for a lot of space. We, for example, have one scenario in which wave 4 is complete. A wave down would have bottomed on the 11th of December. B wave up, haven't labeled this, but this would be the B wave, and then C wave down. Complete structure, actually WXY that would be. WXY bottomed here, and we're now in a fifth wave on our way towards 50K plus. The 50K plus scenario is anyway the primary scenario. The question is just, do we take the direct route or the scenic route, which takes the diversion through support? Okay, so that also takes us to the short-term bearish scenario, in which wave 4 hasn't finished yet, and instead we're dealing with an A wave, a massive B wave, and then we could still get a C wave down from here. So let's talk about that and how we can distinguish these two scenarios. First of all, in both scenarios, I would expect still a rally, or I'm looking at least for a rally in wave 5 to the upside to 50,000 plus, maybe even in the region of 55K. But we'll only know that once we see a break above 50K. That will be a difficult one to crack. And the main support region is between 39,360 down to 34K. Now, I don't expect it to come down to 34K, but that would be all part of an overall bullish scenario. This is for the wave 4, in which we still might be. It's just difficult to see on the smaller time frame, the main support area. But due to the high B wave, expectations would be only maybe to touch the 23.6 Fibonacci level at 39,360. If, but only if, we see the price break out of this structure in which it currently is moving. So now let's take a look at the different conditions. My stance is that due to the breakout we've had above recent highs and a new 2024 high, and that's been quite consistent over the last few days, even though this is quite a messy structure, that we can look for higher prices in a still unfolding ending diagonal. At least it seems to be some kind of a diagonal that can take us to 50K. We can focus on it as long as we're holding the main support. And the main support here is at 43,617. Below that level, well, all we have left is basically the ascending trend line, but the wave count would need to change. Below the ascending trend line, we're probably coming down in wave C to 39,360. Basically, in an ideal world, if this white scenario is playing out, that can take us to 50K, which would be as follows: 1, 2, 3, reach the ideal target for a third. This would be a wave 4 in an ABC structure. Earlier today, I shared with you we might be in wave C, or this is sort of an ABC structure in wave 4. And the wave 5 could then, unfold in an ABC structure. But ideally, this swing low, today's low, is holding. Ideally, because that's the golden ratio. And ideally, we don't break below that level. Okay, there isn't really a set, let's say, a very reliable support for a wave 4 in the diagonal. And I acknowledge on a day like that, we might have to give it a little bit more space, have to acknowledge that the waves might test their extremes. So we have to remain flexible on a day like that, okay? It's just that the real invalidation point for this scenario is the wave 2 low, and that's at 42,544. Below that level, we'll probably get a bearish setup back onto the chart, which can send us down in the C wave. So far, the pullback is corrective, however. And if we break support, yeah, we'll get a bearish setup, but it might very well follow through then or fail again, as it has done so many times in this structure, because this is just moving along the trend channel. So pay attention to that as well. The microstructures are not very stable in this structure, but we know that. We've been talking about that since December, since we really entered this range, because we knew it's going to be a wave 4. Be flexible with the microstructure. All we really need to watch out for is an ABC structure, and we've got that, or WXY, to understand when the correction could be complete. The microstructure is going to change and shift, and we have to be flexible. But just note where the support levels are. So far, support is holding. Next upside target, minimally, I'd like to see 48,860 in wave 5, but it would be better to get to 50K. That's the next main Fibonacci level. So we have to remain flexible. It's going to be an interesting day. I'll keep you updated, especially today. Don't be surprised if we see rapid volatility later on today. And depending on the outcome, hopefully a little bit euphoria or disappointment. But my take is obviously that the SEC will approve the ETFs, but that's just my view. Okay, that people expect it. The providers expect it, but essentially it's up to the SEC. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.